Hello, this is Adam from the Instructional Technology Center, and today I'm going to give you your technology orientation. Through the next series of videos, I'm going to answer a few questions like, what technology is available on campus? Where can I find that technology? And who do you ask when you have a question? So one of the first things I want to talk about is the Library and Academic Resource Center. This is going to be the heart of campus in regard to technology. There's a lot of technology you can find in this building. On the first and second floor, there's open labs. On our first floor is our IT help desk that you can walk up to, ask particular questions. On our second floor, you have the Instructional Technology Center, where you'll have additional access to things beyond just password issues and things like that. We'll get into that in just a moment. But when you take a look at where that library is located on campus, is right smack in the center. So that's why we call it the technology hub of campus. So let's jump in and talk about the Instructional Technology Center. Just give you a little bit of heads up on what I do. So the Instructional Technology Center is an area where we're able to help faculty and staff and also students when they're building out things using certain applications. So this goes beyond if there's password issues or errors with your computer, but you want to utilize software to build really robust, awesome things. We also work on our system administration for our learning management system, and we do a variety of other programs and work with our web services here specifically in instructional technology. But we're just part of a bigger division called Information Technology. Information Technology has programmers, telecommunications, networking, our multimedia classrooms, as well as our instructional technology. So once you get into this area, you're most likely going to be contacting us at some point if you're having an issue or have a question in regard to technology, and you'll get to one of our more important departments for being able to help fix your issues, and that's our IT help desk. So the IT help desk will help with your password issues. You can also report issues with outages or errors that you're experiencing on campus. And also, if you had any questions on how to get access to a particular software, you can give them a call as well. So the IT help desk is going to be a very important part of your experience here at CSU-Pueblo as you have questions pertaining to technology. They'll be able to get you to the correct department as needed as you go forward. So let's talk about those services that we have to offer here at CSU-Pueblo. One of the first things you want to look at is our new website. So by the time you're watching this video, it'll probably have been out for quite a bit of time, but you do have quite a bit of good information here at the CSU-Pueblo website. One of the first things that you really want to take note of is by scrolling to the bottom of the page on that first homepage, you're going to find information about what's going on today. That means news and announcements or any specific campus events that might be happening within the next 4 days. There's a calendar function down at the bottom. A lot of great information on that front page. But as we start going through it, you'll also notice that it is mobile friendly. So any of your smart devices, iPads, any tablets, any other cell phones, any orientation, it will adapt to that screen size, and it's going to be very functional on all those devices across the board. So definitely check that out. And it's all the same information. It's just wrapped a little differently depending on what device you're using. So when we jump into the CSU-Pueblo website, there's one button that you're going to find yourself using quite a bit, and you'll find at the very top of every single page across the CSU-Pueblo website, and that's your Current Students button. The Current Students button is going to take you to the Current Students page, which is going to be really a very important page as you use this throughout the entire stay at CSU-Pueblo. So on this particular page, you're going to find a lot of information, the normal nav that's at the top, but right below that, you'll see the gray bar that's going to have your email, pause, Blackboard, password help, TWOOFnet, and your PAC link. We have some announcements that we frequently update, also some quick access buttons. And a little bit lower on the page, you'll have news and events and information specific to you as a student. So you'll find yourself at this page quite frequently. So let's jump in and start talking about some of the various buttons and things that you can get on that page. The first thing that I want to do is, before we get into all the accounts and how you can access them and start talking about what those accounts offer, I wanted to differentiate between two specific accounts that are on this campus. First of all, you have your PAWS account. Now PAWS is kind of a cool acronym. It sounds like a pause of a thunder woof, but it also means personal access to web services. So this is your personal access to things that you have here at CSU-Pueblo. Things like your registration information, your transcripts, your financial services, also your billing information, and your schedule. So that system will have its own username, and usually the username is your PID, and then a PIN. So think about that PAWS system as a complete separate system than this other one we're about to talk about, which is then your e-account. So your e-account's on the other side. Now this particular account is your communication and learning tools. These are the things that you're going to be using quite frequently throughout the day. Things like your Office 365 email, your access to Blackboard, your network access when you need to log on to a computer in one of the libraries or one of the various buildings across campus. Also, registering your Wi-Fi devices. So if you have a tablet, cell phone, laptop, anything, you can put that on to our network through our Wi-Fi registration. And finally, you'll have access to our library databases, which is our online books and articles. So you will have to have access to all these things throughout your stay at CSU-Pueblo. Now this will have an e-account username and a password. So those two accounts are very separate. You're going to access them in two different areas, and you'll have to manage two separate logins in those areas. But on your e-account side, you may have a bunch of different services there, but it's always going to have the same username and the same password.